See this hood. The steel they use, combined with the precision engineering, is why these Japanese models hold their value and last for years.
If you have spent any time around mechanics, car enthusiasts, or simply people who have owned multiple vehicles over the course of their lives, you have heard the same opinion expressed over and over again with remarkable consistency. Japanese cars simply last longer than American cars. This is not a myth passed down through generations of uninformed opinion. This is a conclusion backed by decades of real-world ownership data, independent reliability surveys, consumer satisfaction studies, and the cold, hard evidence of millions of vehicles on American roads that have crossed 200,000, 300,000, and even 400,000 miles without catastrophic mechanical failure. Understanding why Japanese cars outlast their American counterparts requires a deep look at manufacturing philosophy, engineering priorities, quality control standards, and the fundamental approach each automotive culture takes towards building a vehicle that is meant to endure. The story begins in Japan after World War II, when the Japanese automotive industry rebuilt itself from nothing and made a conscious decision to compete with the established American and European car manufacturers not through flashy styling or raw power, but through something more durable and ultimately more valuable: consistent, obsessive, uncompromising quality. Toyota, Honda, and other Japanese manufacturers adopted manufacturing philosophies that became legendary in the global industrial world. Toyota's production system, built around the concept of Kaizen, the Japanese principle of continuous improvement, created a manufacturing culture where every single worker on the factory floor was empowered and expected to identify defects, stop the production line if necessary, and ensure that no vehicle with a quality problem moved forward in the assembly process. This was a revolutionary approach that prioritized getting things right the first time over meeting production quotas at the expense of quality. The engineering philosophy behind Japanese vehicles reflects this same obsession with long-term reliability. Japanese automakers have consistently chosen proven, conservative engineering solutions over cutting-edge technology that has not yet been fully tested in the real world. While American manufacturers have sometimes rushed new features and technologies to market ahead of the competition, Japanese engineers have historically preferred to refine and perfect a system thoroughly before committing it to mass production. The result is vehicles whose components are engineered with tighter tolerances, better materials, and more thorough testing behind them. When you open the hood of a high-mileage Toyota Camry and compare it to a same-age American vehicle with similar mileage, the difference in wear, cleanliness, and mechanical condition is often immediately visible even to an untrained eye. Toyota's engines in particular are legendary for their durability. The 2AR FE engine found in the Camry and the 1NZ FE engine found in the Corolla have been documented running reliably past 300,000 miles with nothing more than consistent oil changes and routine maintenance. Honda's K-Series engines found in the Accord and Civic carry the same reputation among mechanics across America. These engines were not designed to be impressive only in their first years of service. They were designed with longevity as a core engineering requirement from the very beginning of the design process. American manufacturers have produced strong and capable engines as well, but the consistency and predictability of Japanese engine longevity across a wide range of models and generations is something that American brands have struggled to match at the same price points. Rust resistance and body durability represent another area where Japanese manufacturers have historically outperformed their American competitors. Toyota and Honda have invested heavily in corrosion protection processes, applying multiple layers of rust prevention treatments during manufacturing that have resulted in vehicles whose bodies and frames remain structurally sound significantly longer than comparable American vehicles. American car buyers in northern states who deal with road salt every winter have noticed for decades that their Japanese vehicles resist rust far better than domestic alternatives, extending the useful life of the vehicle substantially and protecting the resale value that makes Japanese cars such smart financial investments. Quality control standards in Japanese manufacturing facilities have consistently set global benchmarks that American factories have worked to match but have not always achieved. The zero-defect philosophy that Toyota brought to international attention through its production system created manufacturing standards where acceptable defect rates were measured in parts per million rather than parts per thousand. Every component that goes into a Japanese vehicle passes through multiple inspection points before being installed, and the tolerance specifications for assembly are maintained with a precision that directly translates into a vehicle that fits together better, seals better, and ages more gracefully than one assembled with looser standards. American manufacturers are not without their strengths. Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler have produced vehicles of genuine quality and have made enormous improvements in their reliability rankings over the past decade. The Ford F-150 remains one of the most capable and durable trucks in the world. The Chevrolet Silverado has earned genuine respect from working Americans who depend on their vehicles for their livelihoods. American manufacturers have closed the quality gap significantly since the difficult years of the 1980s and 1990s, when Japanese competitors first established their decisive reliability advantage. But closing the gap is not the same as eliminating it, and the data from Consumer Reports, J.D. Power, and independent reliability organizations continues to show Japanese brands occupying the top positions in long-term reliability year after year. The resale value figures tell the final and perhaps most convincing part of this story. A 5-year-old Toyota Camry retains approximately 52% of its original purchase price on the used car market. A comparable Chevrolet Malibu retains approximately 28%. That 24 percentage point difference exists because the used car market, made up of millions of individual buyers making independent decisions, has collectively concluded through experience that a Japanese car is worth significantly more than an American car of the same age because it is expected to deliver significantly more remaining useful life. Japanese cars last longer than American cars because of a manufacturing philosophy built on continuous improvement, conservative engineering that prioritizes proven reliability over novelty, obsessive quality control that catches defects before they reach customers, and a deep cultural commitment to building products that honor the buyer's trust for the entire life of the vehicle. That philosophy built an automotive legacy that continues to reward its owners with hundreds of thousands of miles of dependable service, and that is a legacy that the data, the mechanics, and the open road all confirm every single day.